19, 2006. To you all, this is just another day, or if you have a good memory, it's actually just another Friday. And on that very day, a decision was made in my family that forever changed our minds and our hearts. Forever, our hearts will be altered, but on that day, my aunt made a decision to have an abortion on her unborn fetus. After poisons in her body, killing off the baby, and having a weak immune system, she was going to lose her baby anyway, but she decided to take place in embryonic stem cell research. She was going to try to help future mothers and just sick people in general. So although I did not agree with her choice, I knew I had to support her in the end. She made this decision on her own so her child wouldn't die on its own anyway, but maybe she could benefit millions or just one person. Although I did not feel as it was moral, considering I want to be a nurse when I grow up and specialize with kids, I knew I had to come to believe that what she did was moral and right. Therefore, I do believe embryonic stem cell research should be approved across the board. Surrounding this controversy is the main subject of embryonic cell research is that it is immoral and kills innocent babies. In the eyes of debaters, stem cell research is a nicer way of saying abortion or testing with guinea pigs. Embryonic stem cell research and its basic stem cell research is immoral. Opposers state that primary clinical source of the aborted fetus and unused embryos are currently used in IVF facilities, which are in vitro fertilization facilities. Here they believe doctors just take an undeveloped embryo and test it and try to pair it with other ones to see if it can advance. And indefinitely they think that it's going to become nothing, and they think that overall they're just going to waste time. So also opposers to this research think it's wrong to destroy a 2 to 6 day old embryo, even if it's not destined to start a pregnancy. And debaters on nature.com state this research of stem cell is immoral, and if we keep doing this research, we could lead to less treatments and mistakes for diseases. And another misconception is the deliberate misuse of the terminology of actually embryonic stem cell research. And with this, they believe that media and online articles on Science Daily and ICR.org state, even after months of continuous proliferation of the cells, implantable cloned human beings of the original embryo will just grow in petri dishes. Therefore, the use of the term pluripotent or growing is scientifically inaccurate and misleading. Media and religious supporters of embryonic stem cell research think this is disgusting and highly immoral. And due to the jumping to the conclusion of the harmful fetus and future tests, they think that overall people are just going to connect it to abortions. So with all the views on the negatives, imagine what we could be doing with the positives and how much we could excel in the medicine and technology in embryonic stem cell research. Stem cells have the remarkable potential to develop into many different things and cell types, including like brain cells, red blood cells, and white blood cells. And with all this potential to develop, we can do this in early life and growth in the body. So scientists say stem cells divide, and each new cell has the potential either to remain a stem cell or become another type of cell. And with these, all the possibilities and advancements will skyrocket. And research on stem cell continues to advance knowledge about how an organism develops from a single to a multiple cell. And it can replace a healthy cell or a damaged cell, so overall it could help. And from the article on stem cell basis, scientists are already using stem cells in the lab to screen new drugs and to develop model systems to study normal growth and identify the causes of birth defects. With more tests and research done, we could find cures for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and more. Wouldn't that be good if we could make all the suffering from everybody go away? So as I come to close, I want you to forget the judgment and focus on the positives of my stance. Embryonic stem cell research will advance with technology and doctors performing more and more operations. This research will not just help mothers like my aunt, but it could also help people with deadly diseases. I was just one out of a billion of people who had a specific side in the issue, not agreeing at all. But after finding out you can benefit more than disadvantage from this, why wouldn't you want to try this too? Scientists will only keep advancing with the technology they're with. And my aunt was just another one person who changed their minds, but you could be another who will make a better change. I say again, stem cell research should be approved across the board. Be open and willing to try new things and help save not only one life, but billions.
get like more stem cells or whatever, would that be able to like help like more than just like the person it came from or the?
Yeah, they think that when they get more stem cells that they're gonna, like they say they put them in like petri dishes and everything, that they're gonna have like different like trials for different diseases. So overall they wouldn't just be helping like that one person that donated, but like they're trying to find for more.
So like also with like the donation of them, could they like could they grow like their own stem cells or no?
No, like my aunt just donated and.
Do you know if these embryonic stem cells are being taken without approval of the mothers, like out of aborted fetuses or out of a mother without her knowledge, or do they have to all be approved?
With like my knowledge, I didn't like read anything about it, but I knew my aunt had to be willing to do it, and I know that one of her friends did it too, but I didn't read anything about like them doing it without like the approval of the mother or people in general.
And does this happen anywhere else in the world?
I think so. My aunt's friend's from California, but so in the United States I know it happens, but I don't know about like other countries doing it.
All right.